Hello there. I had planned to record an episode today about a few things that I have been judging in other parents, behaviour that I have not been that jazzed about. And then today I had a moment of judgment that was put on me. And it's really been eating me up inside. So I thought, you know what, scrap that other episode. I'm in no position to judge anyone else right now. So here we are. Where to begin? My daughter is a very articulate, very clever little person. She knows what she's talking about. There are so many times when I don't understand what she's saying and I am the problem. Like I realize, oh my gosh, you just remembered that thing that I never thought you would remember, or you've made an interesting observation about this and I've totally missed it, or whatever. So, anyway, I have all of these moments with my kid all the time where I'm like, mate, trust her. She knows what's going on. Unfortunately, that can backfire when they say something and it's a big old lie and you don't want anyone to believe it. But she's a smart person that you've told everybody they need to listen to what she says. So this morning I walk into daycare and they got some chickens out the front of the daycare at the moment. Very cute. And we go and we stand and we say hello to the chickens. And we've gotten in the process of bringing little Lima, her toy, in to meet the chickens. And then we take Lima out to the car and then we say our goodbyes. And I see one of the educators from her room and she says to me, "Did they tell you what Olivia said yesterday?" I said, "No, they didn't." And I'm thinking, what cute little amusing thing, as my daughter said. Please tell me so I can laugh about it and smile and think, gosh, I'm so lucky that you chose me to be your mum. And she says, "Oh, she said mummy hits me with a belt." Oh my God. Oh my God. I did not know what to say. For a start, it's not true. And I would hope that if you have been listening to this podcast for even just the beginning of this episode, if this is your first time here, I really hope you can get a sense that I just don't seem like the type of person that would hit my child, because it is really not my bag. I have been up to pussy's bow with utter fiery rage. I've wanted to punch walls, leap out of windows, scream into a pillow, you name it, but I have never laid a hand on my child. In fact, right in the early days of the baby phase, when I was just on the cusp of postnatal depression, desperately hanging on with my fingernails, trying not to drop down into the abyss, there was one day I can remember so clearly where she just wouldn't go to sleep. The screaming was relentless. I'd had absolutely no sleep. I was so exhausted. I kept trying to put her into the bassinet. She just wouldn't go to sleep. And I just remember screaming with rage and I hit the side of the bassinet. Now, it would have felt like a little tiny shift to her. I beat myself up about that for months. In fact, I am still ashamed to admit it because I feel like that was a real failure of mine and I really hated myself for it. And that was me in a moment of rage hitting the side of the bassinet. And I feel like the people at the daycare see how I am with my daughter and they know this couldn't be true. But I tell you, it's goddamn specific, isn't it? Like if you're going to think that a kid is telling the truth, you're going to think it when they come up with a level of detail where you're like, now that doesn't sound like something you'd make up. And I have no idea where she got it from. I'm trying to rack my brains and think like, I don't even own any belts. Like I do when I go out, and maybe like I went out to dinner on Sunday night and somebody looked after her and I was wearing a belt. I don't know if this person like might have joked about something or maybe they watched something on TV. I was thinking to myself, is there anything in any of the movies that we've watched? I'm like, no, nothing would have something that horrible like in it. And then I'm like, there's nothing in any of the books. Like, have I said anything? I mean, I'm definitely going to ring this person who looked after my kid on Sunday and say, like, did you make a joke about something? Like, was there anything that this could be drawn from? Because I need a goddamn alibi. Like, it just doesn't feel like that's a lie, right? Is cutting it. In fact, one of the educators said to me, "Oh, you're going to have to be really careful about who she says that to." And I'm like, hang on a minute. Careful about who she says it to. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Like, what more can I do than not do the thing that she's telling you that I've done? I can't, like, if she's gonna say that, like, now I'm just like, well, who else is she gonna tell? And what do you mean by that? Do you mean that, like, well, what? I don't understand. Do you believe it? Do you actually believe it? In the moment, I just, like, my mouth was agape. But then you start to go, I mean, I think I said at the time to Olivia, "Did you tell them I hit you with a belt?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was so shell shocked. And then you're sort of like, is this the way that somebody would behave if they hadn't done it? Like, is this person looking at me and going, I know that you seem normal, but, like, this seems like the actions of a woman who's been waiting to be found out and has practiced their actions and is now trying to feign like they're upset about it, but really they're like, oh no, I've been found out. And then I'm thinking, like, these people must have a duty of care. Like, they're going to have to tell somebody that. Are they calling child services and telling them that there's a child in their care who said that their mother hits them with a belt? Like, how does this roll out? Is Doc's gonna turn up to my house to like, welfare check off the basis of something that my daughter pulled out of her ass? Like, I'm terrified. This could be so, I don't know, like, terrible. If people actually believe that that was the case, and I can understand, like, in these situations, I'm sure you've got to sort of do something about it. But what happens if it's a total, like, fabrication? I'm being framed by my 3-year-old. Like, what has happened? You know, the other funny thing is that it feels like, I don't know if you get this sensation when you drive into a random breath test, but I could have not drunk for 3 years and I will still get nervous. I know that I'm not drunk. I know I haven't had a sip of alcohol, but somehow it feels like I'm in trouble. And I feel almost like I have to, like, overdo the acting of the sober, even though I'm like, you are sober. Like, why are you trying to act sober when you're sober? It feels like this with this. Like, I know this never happened, but now I'm like, I don't know how to act around you. Like, I feel like, I don't know whether you start to convince yourself, like, I know it's not real, but then you just, like, start to feel like you're in trouble. And then you're like, maybe I have to talk my way out of it. And you're like, talk your way out of what? I'm like, I didn't do it. Like, I didn't do it. I just have to act normally. I'm not going to be walking in there. I need to not walk in there and, like, tip of the hat to you. Hi, good day, sir. Like, trying to, like, overdo the formalities because I'm, like, terrified of being judged for being the parent that hits their child with a belt. What else is she saying about me in the playground? I would love to hear from you if you have ever had anything like this happen to you in your entire life, because right now, more than any moment that I have had so far in this parenting journey, I need to know that I am not alone. I need to know that somebody else out there has had their child make a heinous accusation that is not true. And then, like, please tell me you didn't end up in jail for this. Like, what is going to happen to me? Oh, I feel my life flashing before my eyes. Everything is just hanging in the balance. It's terrifying. Anyway, I'm definitely going to find out whether there was anything said on Sunday because I need to work. I need to have an explanation for this. And I just truly hope that the people that look after her know that I would never, ever, ever do that because, God, it's so specific. Like, of all the things, if you just said, oh, mummy hit me. Oh, okay, well, you could get that from anywhere. People say hit that all the time. Like, this is just mummy hit me with the brown belt that she got out of the cupboard behind the door and then she told me to leave the house and she never would. Like, it's just like, woo up on the details. Woo up on the details or people are going to think this is real. Anyway, gosh, I really just was hoping for a less smart kid, like, could we be a little less across the words? Because if the words are going to be working against me, then I'm not that interested in the words. I'd like to go back to the nice video from daycare that I got yesterday where she's reading everybody the Bear Hunt book. That's cute and adorable. Today, not so cute and adorable. Anyway, as you can understand, I didn't think it was appropriate to dish out judgment to other parents when that's coming my way. Been the old pot calling the kettle black there, according to some, isn't it? So I'll just save my judgment for later and spiral about this and wait for docs to turn up to my house. Oh my God, please don't let that happen. Please tell me it's going to be okay. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and allowing me to vent about that. I'm going to lose a lot of sleep until I get to the bottom of this.